Hey there, Dr. Woolner here. In this video, what I'm going to share with you is step number 2 to creating lasting changes in your life. You know, if you look at science and nature, specifically in the world of physics, there's a lot of personal application that we can learn from some of the principles we see there. When we talk about this idea of momentum in physics, momentum is this idea or this concept of kind of moving forward, this forward movement. Things start progressing, you develop mass and speed and velocity going in a certain direction, and it kind of builds off of each other, it kind of builds over time, you know. If you were to look at kind of the opposite of what momentum is, it would probably be entropy, right? The law of chaos. If things are left to themselves, they kind of revert to a chaotic state, right? And so that's the idea here that we're going to talk about in our lives as we kind of begin this process of creating lasting changes. There is a huge advantage that we can take advantage of in our lives as we create momentum moving in the right direction, right? And so you think about it. There was once a leader in the world of business and finance, and he stood up on a stage in front of a group of people and he said, you know, it's really easy for anybody to make $100,000 a year. I can show them. It's super, super easy for people to make 6 figures a year. And he says, but if it's so easy, why aren't more people doing it? He said, because it's easier not to, right? Same thing can be said for weight loss. It's easy to lose weight, right? But if it's so easy for people to lose weight, why are so many people struggling with weight loss? Because it's easier not to lose weight, right? And so this is kind of this idea of momentum versus entropy, right? Easy versus easier. It's always going to be easier for us not to gain momentum. It's always going to be easier for us to kind of revert to a chaotic state in our lives, to kind of let life kind of happen to us instead of us making that decision, that conscious decision to act and to make our life happen, right? And so this idea of creating momentum happens as we first create that compelling vision and start to begin the process of taking the first few steps towards making those changes happen. If we can build on that momentum and make things continue, that will lead us in a direction that will allow our emotions to really be harnessed in the right way so that we can start that process of creating those changes that really, really last. So in your life, think of areas where you can start really getting some big wins really quickly. You know, one of the secrets to creating lasting changes is creating massive actions, taking massive action. You know, so often what we do is we spend our time in dreamland not really taking action, and that's not doing you any favors. You're not doing yourself any service by doing that. Taking action, finding things that you can have some quick wins on is going to build huge momentum for you in the right direction in making these changes. So this is what I'd like you to do in this video. The homework assignment, if you will, is this. Find areas in your life where you can take action today. Even if that's something as simple as if you haven't yet created your compelling vision. Create that compelling vision. If you've already done that, if you already set those goals and got really clear with it, write down some of the easiest steps that you can take so you can have some immediate victories that you can then use as momentum and leverage to kind of keep that ball rolling in your life, right? To create those changes and keep them going, right? Momentum is an absolute critical thing for us when we're creating those lasting changes. So get those wins so that you can create momentum in your life, and we'll see you on the next video.